So last night we had our Twitter storm. We shouted at the top of our lungs to Amazon that we want Stargate back. But how effective was it? Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. So I'm going to be the first one to admit that I don't really understand Twitter. That's one of those reasons why Matt came on board with us, so that he could guide me in this area. He is far more technically minded than me, and he really does help me out on everything computer based. So I've spoken to Matt, and he's told me that we had over 100,000 retweets of the We Want Stargate hashtag, and that is not a bad start at all. I have also seen several sources that have told me that we were trending on Twitter last night, and that is actually quite a big deal. So we were trending a couple of weeks ago, we were trending again, and I can tell you from very simple experience that looking at my Twitter feed, it is full of Stargate. I'm getting 30, 40 notifications an hour at the moment still of constant retweets and likes and everything else from all the tweets that I've sent out. So on the surface, it looks like it was pretty successful. We wanted to get it trending, and we did. But as you know, if you're a regular SciTrekker, I have a few sources that I speak to that are in and around Amazon and MGM. So I put the message out. Does anybody know if this is actually being listened to? And I had a couple of responses. Now, I talked to a couple of different people that work in different backgrounds. Some of them are just, normal run-of-the-mill people that happen to work at an MGM building or Amazon. A couple of them are creative types, and, a few people that work with contracts and things like this. They work in various fields is what I'm trying to tell you. Two of the people that I do speak to both came back to me and said that they know that on a weekly basis, Amazon do sort of look at social media, and they look at what the trends are at the moment. They run reports that then get sent up the ladder. By the way, if you do like the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. You could also consider becoming a member. Hit the join button. That little bit of contribution every month really helps us to create more content. There is a weekly report. Everything that happened last night will have appeared on those reports and those trends, and they will get booted up to Amazon. They also explained to me, though, that they then break this report down, this social media trending thing down, into areas that are relevant to Amazon products. So I should say this is TV and video based. According to them, they do this from a sort of a purchasing point of view as well. So they do it for both areas of the Amazon business. So they don't just do it for what people are talking about in social media that's relevant to movies, TV, etc. They do it also for what's relevant to shopping trends. They do it to, from that retail side of things. But from the TV and movie basis, they look at trends because they're trying to figure out what the next big project's going to be. Is horror coming back? Is sci-fi, how popular that is? Should they look at doing a rom-com because that's trending? Whatever the trends are, that's what they're looking for. But they also then break those products down into things that are relevant to Amazon. So things that they own. Now, that's going to be important, obviously, because MGM is owned by Amazon. So therefore, Amazon own Stargate. So when we have this Twitter storm and this frenzy of comments and messages and chats, that is going to get noticed by Amazon. Now, it's going to take a couple of weeks for a lot of this information to come through and to bounce up to executives. I completely understand that. But the message I'm getting from the people I speak to at Amazon and MGM is that not only will they have heard, they will have heard loudly, because these people care about metadata. They care about numbers on a spreadsheet, and a nice big spike on a graph is something that they will pay attention to. On the whole thing of, I asked again whether they think this is going to happen, and I am getting constant noise from these people that Stargate is 100% on the docket. They are going to make a Stargate series. It's just how they make it is the question. They haven't decided how they want to do it. Whether Brad Wright gets to make his script looks doubtful. But whether Brad Wright will still be on the show as a showrunner is still up in the air and still very possible. So it does seem very unlikely that we're actually going to get Brad's script that he wrote nearly 3 years ago for MGM get made into a pilot. But that could mean they ask him to do a rewrite, something that is more in line with what they want to produce from the Stargate franchise, or they might go with somebody completely new. Personally, I think, and this is just my opinion, they'll go a new Trek style and they'll do some sort of hybrid between canon and something completely new, something that respects what came before to a point, but that is still a new product, new for a new audience. So that is where we're at the moment. Yes, the Twitter storm 100% will have been heard by Amazon. Let's just hope they also heard that we want Brad Wright to be in charge. So, if you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, it really helps us out. And if you like the content, please consider hitting the join button and becoming a fully fledged SciTrekker. As always, please guys, stay safe. I'll see you soon.